streets ain't talking about you, man. If I can't spin a block and find out about you, man, the people ain't about you, man. That's just what it is, you know?
But I got to
talk about it in the streets, man.
Yeah, this one's for the streets first. Stripes like a referee shirt. This one's for the streets first. Tell mama this the rebirth. Say I need church. I talk dirty. Put my hands and my feet work. Teamwork. Put in pain, but gotta bring it to the streets first though.
It's your boy Abutta, and I'm back with another episode of that Streets First podcast. You already know how your boy do. I goes out and I brings them out. Today, I'm on live on Linux, but I got Chicago's finest in the building. You heard? Finest, my guy, Cobe Williams. What's good, Cobe?
All good, man. All good.
One
family.
city,
One
Noah's
city.
Ark Foundation, Cure Violence Global, Cities United. I mean, there's a lot going on with you and crime prevention, stopping the violence. But before I really get deep into what all of that is about,
Right.
can we kind of like start the conversation off with like your history and who you are, where you came from, how you grew up? Like, explain to the people why Abutta want to come give them this free game.
First of all, I want to thank you, Abutta, for having me here.
Appreciate you, man.
Salute,
You family,
brother.
man. I
Happy
appreciate
to
that.
be here in New York City. This like a second home to me. Flew in last night. Born and raised on the south side of Chicago in a community called Inglewood. You know, growing up, you know, like everybody else who I grew up with, we hit it hard. When I say we hit it hard, we had no father in our life, right?
Okay.
So my father, you know, went to prison when I was like 10 years old. My father had came home from prison and got killed. So I just grew up in the street, and the streets was like exciting to me. You know, and my grandparents did the best they can for me. My mother did the best she could, but you know, the street was appealing to me.
It gravitated.
It was appetizing. So I was like, I felt like more love from the street. I know I was still getting love at home, but the street had taught me my life lessons though.
Different type of feeling.
Different things and all that, and you know, it raised me.
Okay.
You know, it really raised me, and I was able to see a lot of great things and a lot of bad things, you know, in my life. And I ended up going to prison myself. Did 12 years of my life in prison.
Wow, 12.
For making choices and all that. And you know, it was, you know, it wasn't no easy thing. You know, it wasn't easy, man. I mean, you know, if you know, when you come out your household, you see violence every day, all day, and you taking part in that. You think it's cool. It's you know, you get.
It's giving you life at the moment.
Yes.
At that moment.
At that moment, it's showing like, man, this is the way. But when you see the flip side of that, losing a lot of the homies to gun violence, spending times in prison, seeing homies got life in prison, ain't gonna never get out. You know, different things like that. So I said, oh, I gotta do something else. So the street organization I was a part of, the founder of the street organization I was a part of, he came home from prison and said, Cobe, man, we need to do something else. So he introduced me to this program then called Ceasefire.
Ceasefire, okay.
And before we changed our name to Cure Violence Global, that's what it was back then. So, you know, a lot of times, you know how you want to do well, you want to do right, but guess what? Sometimes it's always people around you, right? It's like, I want to lose my coolness. You know what I'm saying? I want to still be hip and all that. And I always thought about how my homies gonna see me now.
So you kind of like, I would say, you fell victim kind of like to the streets, poverty,
Yes.
wanting the applause from maybe the wrong influences.
Yes.
I would say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so, you know, it's like, you want to go this way, but you know what I'm saying? But
You kind of like being pulled that way.
it's like you got one foot in over here, one foot in over there. You know what I'm saying? So it took me time and time to like, man, I got to think about myself, right? What's best for me? What's best for my family? At that time, my kids, you know, and everybody. So
You wanted more.
I wanted more, but it was
Where was I was about to say,
there.
where did kind of like that transition? Where did, if you could say within Cobe's story, I'm quite sure you said you joined with Ceasefire, but what kind of like helped you shift the navigate?
I think what really help me shift was the founder of the street organization I was a part of. He's the king and the founder of it. So if I have his blessings
Okay.
where I could, man, we should be doing this.
Ah.
And he's showing me, it's one thing to talk about it, but showing you. And he grooming me every day and he teaching me.
Iron sharpening iron.
Yes, and he pulling me in like, oh, do A, B, C, and D, bro. We gotta do something different. So once I'm seeing that and he grooming me up to be great. And this a guy who, like I say, was the founder or the organization I was a part of, street organization.
Leadership kind of
Yes,
like helped
yes.
you shift and matter. Like now that you've gotten older and you've kind of like, know you was in the streetway, but to see the street leader be able to say, we're gonna start going this way,
Right.
you kind of like took that and then went
Took it and
to a
ran
whole
with
nother
it.
level.
Took it and ran with it, man. And when I went that way, it wasn't no return.
Wow.
Just keep pushing and pushing, man.
Wow.
So I continue saving lives in the community, mediating conflicts, stopping people from shooting and killing each other. You know, meet people where they at. And not judging people though. Because a lot
That's
of our
key.
young people, they grow up, like I said, we ain't have no father in our life. Somebody ain't got no, some people ain't got no mother or father, they ain't got nobody. So
No
to
leadership.
really just meet people where they at without judging them and looking down on them and not pointing a finger at them, that's everything.
I'll get
and
that.
see, that's what I live by every day. That's why I continue to do the work I could do every day in different parts of the world, because I meet people where they at. And the people I want to work with, the people I'm working with, see things the same way I see it. Meet people where not judging nobody. It ain't my job to tell people they shouldn't, where they had this way, that way, they shouldn't, you know, have their pants sagging. I'm meeting them where they at. Because I want them to know, bro, I'm there for you.
You're loving beyond the limits of your prejudices.
Yes.
Ooh, I like
yes.
that.
That's important though.
You can reach people that way
you can
much
reach
better.
people. Because how you gonna try to help somebody but you down in them?
Okay.
They ain't gonna respect that. How I'm gonna go around saying, man, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But I did everything. But you got to show them another way. So when you meet them where they at, and you help them change their mindset and change their thinking, and you showing them what's a better way. I'm not telling them it's a better way.
You showing
I'm
them.
showing them.
So you acting on what you
Yes.
don't have to, you are, what they say, preaching what you speak. You're acting on what you're speaking.
Yes,
You know what
yes. And you know, I don't even, you know, I look at it as like, really, man, just, man, come spend a day with me. Come take a walk with me.
I mean? So cure violence, like as you kind of like shifted from ceasefire and
cure
started to
violence.
build cure violence, you know, give us a little bit more.
So Cure Violence Global, right?
Yes.
So Cure Violence Global, man. It's a global organization. We look at violence as a disease. It's spread from person to person, to me, to you, all that. So that's what we do every day, interrupt that transmission. We have changed the community norms.
Mindset,
You know,
how they looking
mindsets
at
is-
things,
mindsets
thinking.
is critical. We want people to know this is a public health mission, really. You know, so we, like I say, we look at violence as a public health. So this is a public health issue. We want people to understand that it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. We want people to understand that just because you have a disagreement, you ain't got to shoot and kill each other. Let's sit down and work it out. And we want people to know violence is a learned behavior. Have you learned it? It can be unlearned too.
So you was, whatever you was taught, you can unlearn
Yes,
and find a
yes,
new leader.
yes.
You can find a new path. You can,
You got to do all that. And I love being a part of the Cure Violence Global Organization because it helped me shape me up who I am today. And it helped me be able to help brothers and sisters all over the world. You know, I've been coming down here since 2009 in New York City.
Wow.
And so we helped them set up the system to help stop this violence in New York and everywhere else.
So the movement, right? I see that Cure Violence has tapped in, you know,
Yeah.
with Noah's Ark Foundation.
Yeah, my
and
brother Joaquin
Shout
Noah.
out to Joaquin Noah. I see that you guys has built one city, if I'm not mistaken.
yes.
This is a basketball
Football
tournament.
league.
Like, I don't
Yes.
want them to get lost. There's a lot of different foundations and nonprofits that you see going, but through the collaboration, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
you guys were able to create
Right.
one city basketball league.
Right, yeah, so to give you a little history. So I met my brother Joaquin Noah about 12 years ago.
Okay.
I was featured in a documentary called The Interrupters. So Interrupters about, the work of ceasefire at that time.
Okay.
It's the same guy, Steve James and Alex Kolowitz, and this guy named Zy Piper. Steve James is the one who made the basketball movie Hoop Dreams.
Okay.
So Alex Kolowitz is a best writer, best book writer. I mean, national best author, right? He wrote this book, There Are No Children Here. So they teamed up. So they did the piece on ceasefire at the time.
Okay.
But then they was able to do a documentary called The Interrupters. So Joakim Noah, playing for the Chicago Bulls at the time, he saw the documentary and sent a tweet out. Say, man, this is a must-see documentary. Everybody should check it out, man.
Wow.
Check this out. I sent a tweet back. Thank you, Joakim, for watching my movie. He sent a tweet back, Cobe, how can I get involved?
Just from reaching out, social media, connecting with each other, communicating. Yes. Wow.
So he said, how can I get involved? So he sent me a direct text message. He got my number and all that. I did the same thing. So I was out here at the United Nations from the screen of Interrupters, because we are showing the documentary everywhere. And I say, man, 646, who is this? Because when I come to New York, I got so much love and respect here. It's a lot of great people. And I can't even name everybody, but there's a lot of great people doing a lot of great violence prevention work out here. And, we help replicate the Cure Violence model. Everywhere. I helped it everywhere, right? Globally. So a lot of people replicated it's in New York City. Okay. So what it was, I was like, man, 646, who is this? I say, I didn't tell nobody I was coming out here because at this time, you know how you can't see everybody. So you just sneak out here.
Came in, do my business, but sneak out.
It says 646. He said, this your boy, Joakim Noah. I said, well, he was like, man, you in my backyard now, right? So he said, Cobe, when you get back? I think I was here Friday and Saturday. I got back Sunday or Monday. We met at PF Change. Okay. And brother said, man, Cobe, I play for the Bulls. I got a platform and I want to use that. I want to use my platform, to help unite the city. I want to help get back and different things like that. But one thing he said with me after we spent about a couple hours talking, we kept building since then every day.
He want to stay in the trenches.
But what he said, man, for sure.
I know that's what he was on.
And he said, man, I said, what? He said, man, bro, when this basketball shit is over with, I'm going to be working with you. What? He said, I'm going to be working with you. Wow. So he kept his word.
Kept his word.
So we started doing basketball little tournaments in the communities. He like with 14, 6 teams, all around in the city of Chicago. Okay. So we kept doing them here and there. So later on, after we kept doing the tournaments there, we this guy was working closely with us, my buddy named Deuce, right? And Father Flagan. So Father Flagan, he got a big voice in the community. He make a lot of noise on violence prevention. Okay. So we was doing something at St. Sabina with him one time early on, and I got Deuce. So at this time, when I went to sit down and ask Joakim to be a part of it, and Joakim was hesitant. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Not because he didn't want to get back to the community, but he didn't want to make it like it's a Photoshop. He wanted to do it for real though.
He really is 10 toes down. He don't want you to just say he was a part of it. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it like that. That's joke. So once he did that, so we was a part of with Father Flagan, my man Deuce at St. Sabina, brought a lot of people from the community showed up and all that. So after that, we ended up doing it in 2014 at the United Center. Wow. Where the Chicago Bulls play at.
So now y'all done took it to the United Center.
So we brought it to the United Center, and the beauty about that piece is, it was called One City just for that day. Okay. Because it's the South Side. It was called One City just for that day because the South Side and the West Side, right?
They came together.
I had brought them together through.
And I was about to say that's not easy to bring the South Side and the West. Wow. Right. In Chicago. Wow.
Yes. So what we called it One City that day. It was just called that day. So what happened, Derrick Rose was coaching the South Side.
Shout out to D. Rose, okay.
Patrick Beverly was coaching the West Side.
P. Bev.
He was coaching the West Side. So the assistant coach with Derrick Rose, they had Randy Brown. Okay. Then we had Nazi Muhammad.
Wow.
Coach. And the first I want to,
remember
before we
these
go, I
guys.
want to give my big shout out to our man, Todd Gibson.
Yeah, shout
because
out to
when we was
Todd.
doing it, that game we went to, I'll tell you, with Father Flake and Deuce, Todd Gibson showed up and always show love. So shout out to Todd, man, and all that.
He definitely is a Chicago Buller.
Yeah,
He was
put a
there.
lot of work in.
Put that
Yeah,
work
put the
in.
work
Okay.
in. So what had happened? So when we continue, you know, me and Joe just continue doing tournaments in the community. He coming to barbecues, cookouts, no security. He'll pull up by himself, or I just pick him up.
That's right.
So we continue doing that. So we was able to, you know what I'm saying, Joe King was able to go to Springfield and get some money, you know,
That's
to do it
not
on
easy.
a bigger scale. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the brother been doing all this work, he's doing out of his own pocket.
So you telling me y'all kind of like did a lot with building with each other, and he was funding a lot, but then he was able to, you and him strategically brought something to the city or the state.
Yeah, to the state.
Get
He
funding
went and got-
for what y'all doing?
Yeah, because
Wow.
they've been seeing all the work anyway, right?
groundwork,
They've been
okay.
seeing all the groundwork. They've been seeing Joe King in the trenches. Joe King coming out making things happen. So he was able to go to the state. So he got Joe, you know, went to the state like, Cobe, man, I'm finna go get this bread. What we gonna do? So we sat down and it's like, man, it got $2 million. So we working now with 28 violence prevention organizations. So keep this in mind. We doing that twice a year.
I want to
bro.
make sure I'm on point.
Yeah.
You said you working with 28 crime
violence-
prevention
Yes,
programs?
violence prevention programs. 28 of them.
In
bro.
Chicago?
In Chicago right now. And that's how we united. That's why we called it One City. Me and my brother Joe King, we co-founded One City together. So Joe went and got the money and I went and got the people.
Wow.
So we united in the city with 28 violence prevention organizations, and what we touching in a year time, we touching over 1,000 young people, man, 16 to 25.
16 to 25.
But before I go any further, all the players are getting paid.
In the tournament.
They get $50 a game. We got coordinators getting paid. We got coaches get paid. We got assistant coaches get paid. And we got security get paid. But everything is community based.
So you telling me this is all within the tournament
All
that
this within the
everyone,
tournament.
even the players,
Everybody
to the
gets
sec-
paid. Everybody. And guess what?
You're creating a different type of safe
And
haven. Go ahead.
everything
Wow.
is community based.
So you added economics as well.
So
with
that's
that.
what I'm finna tell you. So everything community based, right? But one of the biggest things is, Joe King always say this, it's bigger than basketball.
It definitely is.
So what we doing with that piece is everybody who attached to this got to go through training. All the players got to go through workshops, financial literacy, communication, conflict resolution.
Wow.
So before you even get on the basketball court, you had to go through the workshops first.
Iron sharpening iron even
Yes,
more.
yes, because we want people to know it's bigger than basketball.
You're building a
and that's
team.
something we always
A machine.
been pushing for. Yeah, so
So-
it's been able to be just like our 4th season now. We had a big championship, and we got to get a big shout out to our commissioner. Joe King made Tony Allen our commissioner of One City.
What?
TA, you know who that
Hold
is?
on, Big Tony Allen from Memphis?
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes, yes.
So
You know, the
now
grandfather- yes.
I'm getting it. I'm kind of like getting it even as I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
But so you guys done went from Chicago and
yes.
doing this to
Oh,
now
yes.
you're in Memphis.
Yes, it's
bringing the
ready to kick
same
off.
type of energy.
Yeah, but not just Memphis. We'll be having it in Louisville, Miami, you know,
Hold on.
Minneapolis.
So
you know?
y'all are really
Yes.
tapping in with the whole model of trying to come into the places.
Different cities.
Change. Okay. I
So,
wanna hear this.
so when we talk about how
now I
Pure
see it.
Violence Global,
City
we
Uni-
say
Oh.
in City United, yes, that's one of our partners with this. Big shout out to Cities United. Big shout out to everybody who are part of all of this.
I see it. It's
One City,
it's a
North
whole
Side,
machine right there.
Pure
Wow.
Violence Global, City United. But like I said, I had Pure Violence Global replicate programs all over the world. New York, Baltimore, DC and all that. Trinidad, Africa, and different places like that, right?
Wow.
That's how we gonna replicate One City. And we wanna keep it connected to violence prevention organizations.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. So no matter what, in every city, there is crime prevention programs and violence programs that can be connected with the same model that we can be able to create in the communities to be able to help shift the dynamic. I see. Okay.
And we want to do it like that. We want to keep it, and we want to keep everything community based, man.
Everything.
So anybody who
community-based.
want to replicate this one city piece, they got to do it how we want it to be done.
You could do it through your city right there.
Do it
Community.
through your own city. You know, this just a tool to share with everybody, but we just want to make sure it's done the correct way.
So, speaking of share with everybody in the correct way, I mean, this does fall into your own book today, a USA Today bestseller. My man Cobe Williams, you know what I mean? Interrupting violence, you know what I'm saying? One man's journey to heal the streets and redeem himself. Can you speak a little bit on just being an author and knowing that you are on the ground and you putting in the work, you know what I'm saying, to be a liaison and really connect these dots? What kind of like motivated you to do the book?
So man, this book right here, man, it's special, man. It's a special book because I want people to know one man's journey to heal the streets and redeem himself. I want people to understand it ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
That's
and
powerful.
I want people to know, man, you're not alone. Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here, man, who made choice in their life and probably they end up the right way, or however you want to say what way they end up, but it's not the end of the world. You can't redeem yourself.
It's not the end of your
world. So when
world.
you think about this book, I want to use this book to inspire people, to let people know, man, we're in this together. I want people to know that, man, not to give up. I want people to know, man, it is people out here who walked in your same shoes, and you can't make that change. And we talk about, when you think about this book, it's talk about the one city also, how the one city kicked off and educate you about one city, but it's also talk about the great work that we are doing every day to make a difference in these communities. So this book is just a tool also to use to educate the people, man. Man, it's a must read. People need to check it out, man.
Motivating.
And I just want to make sure, man, you know, bro, you know, I knew I was gonna be here, and I know you ain't asked for no book, and nothing like that. But, you know, I want to, you know, bring the book, man, and I just want to let you know, man, thank you for all you do, man. I know you've been putting the work in the community. I've been watching you from afar. You know, I know my brother Joe King, your brother, you know, our brother, speak highly of you and all that. And Joe King say, man, you got to tap in with Abutta, man. So I'm just tapping in, man. And, you know, I want to give you the flowers, what you've been doing also, brother, and salute you for what you've been doing.
You already know, man.
I
know that this is what this platform to me is about, building with like-minded people, building with people that I see is doing good groundwork, that is trying to help change other lives. And I want to connect with those kind of people to just be able to enhance what they're doing. I mean, I am a part of wanting to help change and save lives. Why? Because I fell into a lot of this as well. You know, my name of my show is Streets First. I grew up in the streets. I'm a street ball legend. And I did find a pathway to start going to church and building with God to redeem myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm coming back a whole nother way. You know what I mean?
And I'm going to tell you what Joe King always say to me when you talk to him. He always say, man, Cobe. Because I remember back then, right, when he was playing with the Bulls, I was telling him, man, you should have did this shit. Kobe, man, I don't want to hear that, man. Stick to mediations. Leave the basketball up to him. So basically, he's telling me, stay in my lane. That ain't my lane. Mediation, stopping people shooting, killing each other.
That's right.
Changing mindsets, change behavior. That's my lane. The basketball, he always told me to leave that to him.
And look what it did, though.
Yeah.
You and him collaborated that together, you know what I mean, together, and look at what y'all able to create. Look at what y'all able to do. Again, to me, that's another, you know, image and message that I wanted to spread and shine a light on, that we are stronger together. You know what I mean? I wanted to bring someone in and speak to, you know, again, from, even though this is financial literacy a different way, I want people to understand how a person from the street changed his life around, started involving himself with helping the people that he came from and kind of like conquered already. You created something and built it, and then you got with other people of status that had the same passion for it, and that person with their knowledge and the way that they move with their resources, they were able to get funding that was able to help everything now that you wanted to do and brought to the table. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I respect that guy.
That is financial literacy a different way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I respect Joe King so much, because he never make it about him. And he always say this: ain't nobody bigger than the work. He absolutely right.
Ain't nobody bigger than the work. Powerful.
Yes. And we'll continue pushing, man. We got work to do, and we was able to go to Memphis and just kick off a little one-day event.
Okay.
But we did it on the weekend where our brother, Tony Allen, got his jersey retired.
He got his jersey.
And that was love. That was super love.
Same week of the jersey retirement
Yeah,
week.
he gave us the platform right there in his city while they was honoring him. Let's bring this one city in here now. So, you know, as the commissioner of the whole one city.
It's a lot going on in Memphis too, man. I salute him for that, man. Wow.
So as the one city commissioner, you know, as the commissioner of one city, but that's going to be the first replication site city doing the one city tournament. TA. Joe King say nobody can't go first before TA.
The grandfather.
That's him, man.
The grind.
That's it.
Hey, Cobe, I mean, if you could let the people know, if anything, I don't like to always ask what's next, but if there was something that you could give them to look forward to, you know what I mean, or to pay attention to when it comes to one city, when it comes to cure violence, I'm kind of like a little bit ahead of them. You don't got to tell them too much, but I let them know, you know, where they could find you guys at. Let them know what to look forward to, because this is something that I wanted to bring to New York City, because I know it's coming. And I'm kind of like always a little bit ahead, getting everybody to know, don't act like I'm not tapped in. But at the end of the day, like, what could they look forward to?
No, you definitely tap in. You know, we can't make no moves without tapping in, bro.
You already know.
You tapped in, and everybody could check out the OneCityBasketball.com website. You know, they can check that out. And they could go check out the Instagram page, One City.
One City.
You know, so, but it's a lot coming up, man. It's a lot coming up, and One City is just getting started.
Just tap in.
It's just
One
getting
City.
started. Yes,
hey, thank you for coming out.
man,
I appreciate you. One City is in the building. My man Cobe is in the building. Make sure you tap in. Go get that book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Interrupted Violence.
Cure Violence Global. You heard?
Yes.
Let's join together. Let's stick together. Let's show them that we are much better and much stronger together. And there's a lot that we could do together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get away from the violence. Let's educate ourselves. And let's show the next generation in the world we got work to do. You know what I mean? We got a lot of work to do. Definitely. And me and my man Cobe, we in the building, but we coming. You heard? It's your boy Abutta. I holla.
Yeah, this one's for the streets first. Stripes like a referee shirt. This one's for the streets first. Tell mama this the rebirth. I need church. I talk dirty. Put my hands and my feet work. Teamwork. Put in pain, but gotta bring it to the streets first though. Hardships to the starship. Legend off the Rucker Park bench. You a marksman with your game A. Got me putting butter in the margin. You putting others on the market. For them press A, wall 10, before he walked in, they did the research. Put that working on the streets first.